Alright, so we got the oil pan off, you guys, and now we're going to work on the water pump area and the oil pump itself, as well as the oil cooler, and that's going to be full, complete teardown at 1,000. So start with this. There's that one. There's another one there. This line kind of hangs loose. You do want to replace these because they're so hard to get to. Maybe even this one up here as well. Coolant hoses. All right. So we got the oil filter off. Shouldn't have to tell you how to do that. And you're gonna want to get a 24mm deep socket for this bad boy, and then break that loose. And this whole thing will just start spinning. And you just loosen it, and it'll fall while you're loosening it. You just be sure to catch it as it falls. And then you got this guy again, just watching me the entire time. Then you're gonna hit these 10mm around here. This is a 06 style oil cooler, so it has the extra plate in it to angle the oil cooler sideways. So that takes 3 seals. So get a little flat head right here, and this little guy will just fall right off. And yep, it fell. So come back in here again. Oh wait, this one's a little bit smaller. All right, so we got the plate off. There's no gasket, it's just this freaking goop. Oh, I guess there's a little flat gasket, but it's covered in goop. Whatever. Then you get your 21mm socket right there, and you remove the final plate. And then we're completely torn down. I'm gonna get that sensor out. Oh, pressure sensor, but whatever. Let's get this off, and then let's get it all cleaned up. Get it ready to reassemble. So one more roundabout. We're gonna clean all this up. It's not gonna be black anymore, that's for sure. It's gonna be hopefully a shade of silver or something to that effect, but let's get it. All right, you guys. So I didn't document the process of cleaning it, but I went over everything with like a wire drill brush, and pretty much clean these out by hand. You know, just got some degreaser and a rag and got all the oil off. See, it's really clean. Don't want to get too much water inside of these because they are very delicate. The water pump doesn't really matter, but yeah, I kind of went over it with the wire brush. So clean it up. Right now we're gonna do a little manifold replacement back in the Crocs again. But see this jank hose right here? This is not an OEM hose. This is what we're putting on there. And we also got some other goodies right here that are going on. The oil cooler line. Here's the old oil cooler hose. You can tell it's kind of expanded. But we got some new OEMs going on. Alright, look, this is the final product. Switching these hoses out. This is the non-clapped, obviously. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Ugh. Disgusting. Alright guys, so we're gonna clean up the head gasket area. A little bit. 70% alcohol. You're gonna wanna like wet the surface a little bit, and then come with the razor blade. Try to get as much of the surface off as you can. So it starts to clean up a little bit. That's pretty good. You're just gonna want to do that to this entire area, and then once you do that, you do it to the other side. And golden after. Alright, you guys. Got it pretty much cleaned up as best I could. I'm gonna go at it one more time, but just kept going with the razor blade and getting all this material off. Just real light, you know. Just getting it ready for the new HG. Got that cleaned. The bottom's alright. Didn't come out the best, but that's good. Other than that, it's pretty solid compared to what it was. It looked good with the new heads on it. Alright, yeah, so we got this on. Pretty good. Got a nice little RTV on there. I'm just gonna go ahead and set this on right there. You also want to make sure that this centerpiece right here is lined up. There's 2 notches, and then there's also 2 notches right here, and you're gonna want to make sure that that's lined up. So I'm slightly to the right, so we'll turn that. You can kind of spin the center here and line it up. Alright, so next we're going to just put this water pump back on. We just installed it last year, so it's still fairly new. I'm going to go ahead and reuse that. Cleaned up everything on that side and on the side of the water pump. Got a brand new gasket with no RTV required. I don't know why people keep putting it on there, but I never do, and it's fine. Just get a new gasket. That's it. Putting it on. Alright, so I like to hang it with the gasket and these 2 top bolts here first. So it's kind of just hanging right there. And then I'll come around and put the rest in just real quick. Yeah, you just kind of just set them in and pretty much good. Hand tighten those. You want to start with A right here, work your way in a circle, 7 foot-pounds, and then run it back again, another 7, and that's it. Pretty much good. Alright, so we got the oil pump on, that's drying. I'm going to torque that down. We got the water pump on, new gasket, torque to 7 foot-pounds. I'll confirm that. I might have to make another video if I'm wrong. But got all that set up. Everything looks great. A lot better than before. I'm gonna clean up this a little bit, and then should be good. We'll report back in tomorrow. All right, you guys. So at this moment, we're just gonna put on the baffle and the pickup tube. I got these from a 06 STI. Still fairly new. They upgraded to Killer B, so they were kind enough to give us these for free. So yeah, we're just putting these on. Got a new gasket in there. Sits on just like that. And then it takes these longer 10 mils with no lock washers right here. So I just get those started by hand. Careful not to drop them in, or Alright, you guys, got some sealant on that. Nice little bead around there. You want to use the right stuff. It's the gray, and then we're gonna go ahead and set this baby on. Let's do it. What up? Got some viewers back here. Set that on there gently, just like that. Just let it float for a bit. You're just gonna hand tighten the screws in and let it chill for a sec. So we're gonna start with this one. Now this is the 06 style, or no wait, the 04 to 06 Forester XT and 0607 WRX style with the cricket sandwich plate. Alright, so there's one right here. See right there, we're gonna pull that bad boy out. I already got it loose. Got a new one right here. Go ahead and set that in there. That's one. Now this is one part of the sandwich plate. Here's the other part. These go together as such. This one seals the inside there. There's one more that goes up here. It's this guy right here. I don't have it pictured. It's a blue color. The old one ripped, so I accidentally threw it away. But here it is. And that one just sits right in here like this. You don't need to add anything extra. You can just put it like that. Alright, so this is the orientation of the sandwich plate. On the bottom, that hole right there is the marking. You kind of want it near this tube right there. And then this just sits right on top as such, but we're gonna tighten this first. This is a 21, I believe. Alright, you guys, so you're gonna put this bolt right here at 33 foot-pounds, not inch-pounds, foot-pounds, which I just did. And then the second set with the sandwich plate is very light torque. It's only 4.7. This is a legit oil cooler setup right here. Shouldn't leak after these seals have been replaced. Probably do it like every 60,000 miles on these things because it gets so hot and fucked up. Once you get those in, 4.7 all around, and then this big bolt with this guy is going to be 39 for this one. 39. So 33 for the bottom, 4.7 for the 10s, 39 for the top. Run your hoses, angle this correctly, obviously. Goes like this. Actually, even a little more that way. And that notch will lock in there. Other hose lines up. The oil cooler line looks good, like it'll set right in. And we're good. Get that strapped in and then we're done. Alright. This is the full oil cooler install. All new gaskets, fully cleaned out. Everything should be pretty tight there. I'm gonna let this oil pan dry just a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna tighten that down to 7.5 foot-pounds, which is like hand tight. So just go around the circle, hand tighten it, and that's pretty much the whole bottom. Gonna get the new seals for the dipstick. I'll show you guys those, and then just waiting on the heads to get back now. Flip this bad boy over. Alright, so I've installed the front oil pump seal right here. I got a brand new one, obviously. I used the company 23 oil seal install tool, and I'll have a separate video on that. If you go look at my videos, it's there. And then this just slips right on as such. it's like a little pin you gotta line up, and then it just pops right in, and that's it. Let's see if I can get this to dead center. That's pretty dead center. So yeah, that's it. I want to edit this on there just to cover up the PVC hole, a crankcase breather. I want nothing getting in there. Just kind of angle these down a little bit until I'm ready to put everything else back on. The heads will be back Friday, and then we'll have a separate video. That'll be part 3 of putting all the rest of this on around the short block, because this is pretty much tapped out right here. Stay tuned.